All right, what up? Peace, peace, peace. First and foremost, man, hopefully the Most High and Yahweh Shah is blessing y'all day. By His mercies, we aren't consumed. We're alive in the Most High and Yahweh Shah's body, and we're naturally alive, man. Yeah, man, we're going to get into this, man. Good morning. Because, it's crazy, man. Well, this all even ties into the new heavens and the new earth, man, and how keeping your eyes forward and letting things go. And that's the beauty of the Most High and Yahweh Shah, man. Because here's the thing, right? About the new heavens and new earth, man. Like, I was watching in the class yesterday, man, and the brother Dwayne from Assembly Firstborn said that he said, like, the Most High and Haushah, they're doing something that, like, they're commanding us to do, and like, there's this world and society, especially in this Western world, but society and man and people don't do. They're letting things, for the most part, majority of people, they're letting things go. Honestly, they're not going to bring that up because because this is the same heaven and earth that killed Yahweh Shah, killed Christ, and the flood happened, man. But this one, why, like, with all the stuff that happened in New Heavens and New Earth, why would that even be brought up? Honestly, like, there's no need for it because there's no wickedness or sin. Why is that when the Most High House is dwelling in the midst of us in the place of pleasure in the Garden of Eden again? Because I always said, like we always say on here, man, think about like how big, like, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan was. That's not even going to be remembered, man. Now, of course, like, if you want to leave a legacy and something, of course, I mean, I get it on the natural sense here and have a good name. And, like, because a lot of people say, like, in their endeavor, they want to be remembered and have a long legacy. And that's nothing wrong with that. But at the root of it, honestly, because, like, the brother was going into yesterday, like, the point of Ecclesiastes, because the point of Ecclesiastes is to show that all at the end of the day, fear the Most High House shall keep his have faith in the Most High and how shall and live according to his promises, and keep his instructions, keep his laws, statutes, and commandments, man. That's just what it is, and pretty much live for the Father, man, and the Son. That honestly, do the Most High house as well. That's what Ecclesiastes is really about, because it's going into human experience, like, so. That's just what it is. So let's get this Isaiah, because we're not going to be too long, but it's about keeping your eyes forward and stuff like that. My bad, I just got a towel because I'm hot. Water on my face, but Isaiah chapter 65 verse 17, it says, "For behold, I create a new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered nor come to mind." So see that, and like that Psalms 126:1 says, "Captivity shall be a dream." Like as a dream, not just natural captivity we've been in, but captivity, sin, and death. But let's get this in Proverbs 19 as well. Let's read this one more time. Isaiah 65 verse 17, it says, "For behold, I create the new heavens and new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come to mind." So let's get Proverbs 19 and verse 11. It says, "The discretion of a man is to deferreth his anger. Is a glory to pass over transgression." So see that? A world, the past having earth with sin, iniquity, transgression, man, he's going to, like, not even think about that. Like, all right, leave that alone. Leave that where that's going to be. I'm constantly, like, that's something I got to learn, too. Because I feel bad when I do certain things to certain people, and I keep apologizing for bringing it up. And a lot of times, too, people would tell me, like, yo, we did, said what you said. You did what you did, said what you said. Just leave it at that, honestly, yeah, but just coming from a place that you're genuine, and not like, you're genuinely, like, sorry, man. Yeah, man, because, even like, y'all ever seen Toy Story 2, even when you're thankful for something, though I forgot what those aliens are called when they kept saying to Buzz Lightyear and Woody that we're forever grateful, man. So, because some people are like that, man, so. But let's read this Proverbs 19:11 again. It says, "Discretion of a man deferreth his anger, and is a glory to pass over a transgression." So, see that? So, yeah, man, let's just get Proverbs 4 real quick, and, Philippians, man. Yeah, man, that's why the heavens and earth, man, is not going to be remembered nor come to mind. Because that's why, actually, when you become a new creature in Yahweh Shah, man, like, and that's through the gospel, the witness, the testimony, man, new covenant, man. That's why we're supposed to be, like, our lives are supposed to be like the new heavens and new earth. All things are just passed away. That's how the Most High House looks at it. Like, or once you, like, come into the knowledge of the truth, which is Yahweh Shai, how he comes in the volume of the book, his testimony is that all things are passed away, just like new heavens and new earth. So it's all part being his image, and, like, it's all like his principles and, like, his order of operation. Because it's more of Like, because here's the thing, even with the laws, right? With the, like, it's more just than the thou shalt nots. It's just knowing how this man's morals, how the Most High Yahushua, their morals operandi, how they operate. Honestly, the order of operation. That's what it's really about. Honestly, knowing that's the knowledge of God. Knowing your God, that's the knowledge, man. That Daniel science that. This is science that Daniel had when it said Daniel had new science. That's the knowledge of God. Jeremiah 9:24 and other places, man. But let's get Proverbs chapter 4, verse 25. It says, let thy eyes look right on, and let thy eyelids look straight before thee. So see that, man? Yeah. That's what he's going to do with the new heavens and new earth, man. That's why it's not going to come to mind, or, that's why the Most High House is big on forgiveness, man. That's what those who forgive, honestly, and are forgiven, man, had that quality. That's part of the aspects of the fruits of the Spirit, man. Or walking as the Most High Yahushua did, walking as Yahushua did, I should say, honestly, because he forgave, honestly. So, that's just what it is. Yeah, man, that's what, anyway, let's get Philippians chapter 3, verse 13. It says, brother, I cannot count myself to have apprehended, but the one thing I do, forgetting, see, this lines up with it, forgetting those that which are behind and reaching for unto those that which are before. Exactly. So it says, forgetting those that are behind, man. So let's get this Isaiah, then we're going to hit that Psalms and close out, because I got to go. Isaiah chapter 65, verse 17. See, forgiving, they won't come to mind. For behold, I create the new heavens and new earth. The former shall not be remembered, nor come to mind. So let's get to Psalms 126. Not only is natural captivity, but captivity is in sin and death. It says, Psalms 126, verse 1, it says, when the Lord turned the captivity on Zion, we were like that dream. Even Sirach 40 goes into that, honestly. The things that the sons of Adam will go through, but then he realizes the end, okay, this is just if I have faith in the Most High house, I live according to the promises, obey his instruction, then yeah, I'll be okay. So what? Let's just look at that real quick. Because I haven't looked at that. We haven't looked at that in a minute. You can read Ecclesiastes chapter 40, verse 8, 40 verse 1 through 8, but we're going to finish that at 7. It says, because it's saying the same thing, when it's all safe, he awaketh and marveleth that the fear was nothing. So see that? Because not only is it talking about the trials and tribulations or a bad dream or our people, the state, but it's going into that resurrection of the dead. If you live to see that he resurrects you, man, it's gonna be like a dream, man. So anyway, peace.